This reading was for Alicia on my Facebook page for free card readings.
Okay, good morning. It is 11:05 a.m. I'm a little late for this reading that I'm going to do for Alicia. And I'm going to be texting with her, so let me see if I could share the screen, and that way I could record what we are seeing. Okay, sharing. Let's see. I'm doing the introduction now. I'm texting her. This is going to be a little bit confusing and complicated. I have never done this before. Let me just start by letting you know that. I've never done this before. And Alicia just happened to ask me just a little bit ago if I could read her, but she has problems with her phone, so she can't call in and she can't do video. I also invited anybody that wants to join us, but it looks like nobody else. Let me check. I don't think anybody, nope, doesn't look like anybody else is trying to get in. It is now 11:07, so I'll just assume this is all we're going to have is us two and one person on the screen. And I'm not even confident if you could see what I'm sharing. I guess I will see the video when the video is done. So we'll see if what I see is what you see. I'm also missing a screen today, so I do not have the ability to use another phone. Well, let me see. I'm going to move this around. Hopefully you can see that. I don't have the ability to use another screen so that I can see what's happening on Zoom while also using another screen. So let's go from here. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Everyone being me and Alicia. So far, anyway. And I'll check one more time. Yep, looks like it's just me and Alicia. I will give Alicia a choice of a few cards. Let me get those. I keep my cards in here. Okay, Alicia says good morning. Let's see, it's going to be a little complicated to type. Okay. I'm going to give her a choice of card decks, and let's see. I normally do not like to read cards for anyone I know because then it feels kind of like cheating. I already know the person, so it seems like common sense when I'm reading for them. She wants normal playing cards, okay. And let's see, I'll have to take a picture somehow. I'll take a picture of this and send it to her so that she could decide which playing cards. I'll post it on Facebook. Oh, I could probably just send it to her message. Okay, which deck? I'm gonna ask her, which deck do you want? Okay, while I'm getting her to decide, put this away, make more room. Have it so we can lay out the cards here. Red bicycle. She asked for the red bicycle deck. Okay. All right, that makes it easy. Take these away. Okay, that's her favorite color. All right. And I am going to let you know, I'm going to discard this card. Looks like an advertisement. I think I read these once before. There's no jokers in this deck. And it looks like that advertisement is the only card I'm going to discard. Okay, now I'm going to text her and tell her I'm going to shuffle. Okay, I am shuffling. Told her I'm going to shuffle. Tell me when you want me to stop shuffling and to cut, and if you want me to cut the cards. Shuffling going on here. Oh, stop, don't cut. Okay. All right, and now I am going to make your bed. Now she just disappeared. Try to find her again. Okay. The bed is the information closest to you. Okay. Oops. Put these here. I have to make the bed. I have the cards in the position where they're going to be. I also have to make the bed. And, well, I got to tell her to concentrate. And, okay, so I'm going to make this bed. And we will see how shaky or stable things are for Alicia by how well this bed turns out. And this is strange because I normally don't have this much problem making a bed. And I do have to admit, I just woke up about half an hour or so ago. So maybe that's my excuse. Well, and I have never done a card reading from texting before and never meeting the person, but we'll see how this works. Ooh. Yeah, maybe the cards are actually responding to how I do not feel very confident in this. But okay, so we made the bed. I told her to concentrate, and she said that she would like me to read about who's coming into her life regarding a relationship. I told her to concentrate, don't tell me. Okay, so I've made the bed. I have to flip the cards to see how stable your immediate life situation is right now. Okay. Trying very hard to make this very stable. Oops. It did crumble and very strong. Problems. Oh, major problems. With a strong. Okay, I'm telling her. I just flipped her cards. They kind of crumbled a little bit, and they crumbled with this very strong indication of problems, lots of problems, this female who has problems, and it has to do with her love life. So I'm going to tell her also showing are lots of hearts. So the problems relate to love, your life. Also showing are lots of hearts. So the problems are relate to love in your life. And in the heart of her bed, the problems are very strong. 9 of clubs, but mediocre. So what this says to me is there's major problems in her love life right now. Okay, and this is also strange too, because I normally do not like to know who I'm reading, because it feels like I know too much about that person anyway. She's asking me what this means. So previous to the reading, when she asked me to do this reading, she said that she wanted to find out about her love life and if someone was coming into her love life. Right now, that can't be determined from these cards, but it does definitely look like there's a female causing major problems. Major clubs to me represent problems. For some reason, ever since I was a toddler, I equated it to problems, and clubs being like a bat, and a bat, if you get hit by it, is a problem. Don't ask me. It's the simple, goofy logic that I created ever since I was a child, and so it's stuck with me, and it always means that to me. Doesn't necessarily physically really mean someone's going to hit you with a bat, but as a toddler, I thought a problem would be someone hitting me with a bat. And since clubs represent a bat to me, at least initially in my younger years, that has always stuck. And hearts, of course, no brainer, love. And this is a lot of love. And the strange thing here is that she specifically, and I don't like to know, but she asked me about her love life. She specifically wanted to know about if someone was coming into her life. I didn't really want to know that, but it's strange because knowing that, it's really strange because it came up immediately just having to do with love. There's no diamonds, there's no death, there's no health issue coming up here immediately, but it's only about major problems and it has to do with strong love. Immediately there's very mediocre love, but there is strong problems. So she has a very strong problem with someone that's in her life that it's just a mediocre, maybe the 6 representing that love is more on her part and not the other person's part. This woman being a lot of problems, in life, it doesn't even have to be in these cards, but if there's a woman interfering with a relationship that you have, the problem isn't that other woman. You know what I mean? So as a mama, she called me mama. She said, yes, mama, in one of the texts. If I'm going to take the motherly approach here, I'm going to say, get the hell away from that guy that's bringing you a problem with a female or the female's interfering, because that's not someone you want involved with. You don't want to be involved with someone like that. That's just going to be problems forever in your life. If he allows somebody to interfere with the relationship, it's just too much problems. And you could see that she's really wanting this to be about love because she stressed it when she wanted the reading. And the cards came up like that, strangely enough. No other indication, no diamonds, no clubs. It's not a money issue. It's completely about love and a major problem, and a female being a major problem. So I have no idea what the storyline is in her life. But since this mediocre in the center here, mediocre kind of makes me feel like, and it's a 6 in her bed, that maybe the love is more on her part than the other person's part. And I'm speaking way out of line here because I do not know the situation, but that's how I see these cards and how they read to me. So to be able to get out of this stuck situation that she seems to be in because of this problem, she needs to concentrate more here with the love that she's so desperately searching for. And I'd say desperately, not because I think she's desperate, but because she wanted a reading to find out if someone was going to be entering her life. So she really wants love badly. But there's this problem over here, which is being a direct force interfering with what she wants. And this has major problems. So common sense says, get rid of that problem. And I don't mean it in a literal sense. You don't need to get rid of her. Just remove the situation that causes her to be in your life. If it's this gentleman, this person you're involved with, if it's causing you pain and aggravation and problems, get out of that situation. Life is way too short. Okay, now I'm going to ask her, now I need to know if you'd like me to go further. I know to view later, but the main point was a woman is causing problems. You don't want to be involved with the man who is related to problems. I go further out to the near future. So I texted her, since she doesn't hear anything, she can't get on with a phone or anything, to ask her if she wants to go further. There's nobody else trying to get in on this video. And I believe I am videoing it. Yes, it looks like it. So I will post it later. So I need to know if you'd like me to go further. I analyzed a lot to view later, but the main point was that if a woman is causing problems, you don't need to be involved with the man who is related to those problems. Should I go further out into your near future? Do I need a yes or a no? So I can flip more cards. Yes, please, you may go further. Okay. And I'll ask her if I should start to the left or to the right. And while she's trying to decide, I'm going to point out that this interesting fact here is when I was trying to flip her bed over to see how stable things are in her life, the problems that were crumbling were these problems cards. I mean, you saw that right there on the screen. It's not like I make this stuff up or I make these things do what I need them to do. Okay, I'm still waiting for her to tell me if she wants me to start here. She's telling me that it's her mom. She wants the man. Don't. Now I know too much. Okay, so she says it's her mom. She wants the man. Well, that's horrible. She wants her mom. You can't really, well, it's hard to cut your mom out of your life. However, I am in a situation, I'll share a little personal, where my son has cut me out of his life. So obviously he feels important to cut his mother out of his life. And I believe it's because his girlfriend doesn't like me. So, you know, he can do it. The important thing to wonder is if he wants to be involved with her mother. That's if there's any issue. Oh, what a mother. Oh, anyway, okay, so please do it then right. Going offline, please, mama. Okay, battery low. Okay, she wants me to go on the right. Okay. I will continue and then stop after this spread. And I will post the video. Okay, so she wants me to start to the right. And she said that her battery is going low, so she's not going to be able to see this anymore, I guess. So I told her that I'll continue and then I'll post the video for her. So now that we know that the problem is her mother, excuse me, her mother, I am going to stop sharing, and that way you can see the screens bigger. And there's nobody coming into the room trying to. So I will read the rest of these cards. Make sure they're in the screen. Oh, got to make sure those other cards are in the screen. There. Okay. So now that you can see it nice and big, I think it's probably bigger than you could see before. This is the woman that's causing the problems, major problems. We got an 8 and a 9 closest to her immediate issues, and it has to do with love, but immediately it's just mediocre love. And it almost makes me feel like the 6 is representing almost half, but more than half on her side regarding this problem. So she probably either feels like, or it might be real, that she is loving more than the other person. But definitely this female is a problem, which she even stated that her mother is a problem. That's sad. That's all I got to say. That's sad. She wanted me to start from the right, so I'm going to start there. Okay, and that's also a mediocre money issue. And this is a termination card or a death. Another termination, sickness or death. And the trouble here. Again, the highest, almost the very highest, the only other one is 10, Jack, or King. The King would represent the man himself as being higher problems. But this love that she wants so dearly, so much in her life, it's nothing but problems. Problems, 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 problems. This female is the source of the problems. Oh, man. And relating to this female, she is either sick or dying, or this symbol represents death to me. It's the spades, which represents a shovel, which digs graves, right? So as a child, when I taught myself ever since a toddler to have a meaning of cards, the spades represented digging your grave. And I have also learned it could be not only death, but maybe an ending of something. So I will go one step further. Let me see. I don't really think I should do it unless I get an answer from her if she wants to go further to left or right. And the left would be here, the right would be here. But yes, it looks like if her mom is not sick or dying, this could represent that the love life issue is definitely just a serious problem. Come on here. Put an end to it. This could also, these cards could mean an ending. Put an end to this situation. You don't need this in your life. And in doing that, the 6 indicates financial. It could be that you're going to have some problems financially in doing that. And so it's going to be hard for you. It's going to be very hard for you, but to make yourself happier in the long run, this seems like something you're going to have to do because you need to be a happier person. And money is not the most important thing in anybody's life. So if what's holding you back from cutting this toxic relationship out of your life is financial, you're going to need to figure out something that's going to work for you so that you're mentally healthier, because this is not having this strong of love that you really want in your life with so much problems. It's gonna ruin you mentally. And she's not responding. So I'm going to put an end to that because I don't know further where to go, and anything I would do without having her input would be me. And this reading is not about me, it's about her. So I'm going to put an end to this reading, but this is how I've seen it. And this is what these cards have meant to me. I don't know if it means anything to Alicia, but I am going to post it for her. I'll post the video for her so she could see it anytime she wants to refer to it. And that I am going to call an end to this. Hopefully, Alicia, please make sure you're taking the steps in your life to make sure that you don't have these problems. And maybe if your mother has a very strong feeling against the person that you're involved with, maybe you should listen to her, because I know myself as a mom, we have lots more experience, even though our children don't believe it, don't know it, and they think that we're just old and we don't get things. Sometimes your mother, the mothers, fathers, older people in your life in general, they have more experience, and life is not different for younger people compared to older people. It's always the same shit, just different time frame, different fashion, but it's the same shit all the time. You just don't want to ignore any kind of information that the older people are trying to give you. So I don't know if the problem that your mother is she doesn't want you to be in that relationship, which is something you should pay attention to, or if the problem being with your mother and this guy is that she's actually having an affair with your significant other, or wants to, or is attracted to him, and that's just plain creepy and disgusting. So maybe you need to talk to your mother and tell her how that's just not acceptable and put an end to it. Put an end to being involved with that dynamic. And I hate to say to not have a relationship with your mother because I know how painful it is as a mom, since my son's doing that to me. I wouldn't really recommend it unless you really know in your heart and soul that your mother is toxic to you. And that's a choice you'd have to make. But it just does not seem very healthy if your mother is interfering with your love life. And very interesting because I hope my son didn't feel that I was interfering with his love life. So, sometimes when we read for people, sometimes we get messages for ourselves too. And everything in life is a learning lesson. So hopefully this made sense for Alicia. And I hope that she finds something good out of this reading and something useful. I hope I hear from her and find out if anything made sense or it's going to work for her. Have a good day, and I will end this reading now. This was my first attempt at ever trying to read for someone that I don't see. I have no idea what she looks like, although she sent me some pictures. I didn't really bother to look at them. She sent me some information. I didn't want to read that because I don't want to know in advance people that I read. It's better because then I can go from a clean slate and not have my own personal judgment interfere. So anyway, thank you again. I'm signing out now, and I'm going to put this video together for Alicia so she could review later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Feel free to join my group on Facebook for free card readings, and I will read yours.